So for that, we're going to be sending it over to meteorologist Emily Skidema. She's going to be telling us what's going to be happening here and what she's seeing out on the roads now.
We're driving through downtown Grand Haven right now, and our visibility has improved just a bit. But keep in mind, right now we're downtown, so there are a few more structures to get in the way of that wind. And as you head out into the open road a little bit more, you can really see the effects of the blowing and drifting of that snow. So here's the view out on the roads right now. We have been able to see the plows and the salt trucks out and about. They're helping you out. The problem this morning is the winds blowing all of the snow back onto the roads that have just been cleared. So if you are going to be traveling this morning, those secondary side roads especially are still going to be snow covered. Several areas have seen several inches of snow, and a lot of that has not been cleared away just quite yet. So expect snow covered conditions, and on the roads that have been cleared away, expect that snow to be blowing back onto the roads and continuing to complicate things just a little bit. Again, our visibility has been improving, but as we head through the morning, even if the widespread snow starts to wind down, we're still going to have those snow bands coming in, and that's going to cause rapid decreases in visibility before you move out of that snow band and you can see a little bit better once again. We'll continue to track the snow out on the roads. Ellen will be in a little bit with a final look at the timing of the system. For now in Grand Haven, Emily Skidema, News 8.
All right, thanks, Emily. We are seeing a number of issues out there along area roadways again today as a result of that snow that has come down overnight and continues to come down today. Want to update you on a crash that we had southbound US 131 at Wealthy within the last 15 minutes or so. That is now moved out of the way, but you can still see, even with that out of the way, how slowly traffic is moving through the S-curve right now. And this is an area of road that is going to be in the best shape out there that you will encounter and deal with. So use that as your measure of how bad some of the conditions are for folks. All right, westbound I-96 closed in the Portland area due to a jackknife semi between Kent Street and Portland Road, so you're going to want to avoid that area. Also working with a crash, US 31 and Lake Michigan Drive, so just be aware of that if that is the direction you are about to travel. Taking a look, all this yellow that you see out there and some of the red spots, that's not necessarily due to heavy traffic, but due to people slowing down out there. So make sure you're leaving early and leaving plenty of space between you and the other drivers. Teresa?
All right, Tom, thanks. And we know that police across West Michigan have been busy through the night and into the morning, which is why we have News 8's Justin Kolar in the newsroom. Justin, I know that you've been in touch with officers and the crews who've been out on the roads. What have you learned this morning?
Yeah, Teresa, we've been in communication with crews here in Kent County all morning long, and they tell us that the road conditions are nothing short of terrible. Not being able to narrow it down to one particular stretch of roadway, they're all pretty bad this morning. Overnight, we heard calls of an SUV which had collided with a snowplow in Comstock Park. This happened around 2 o'clock this morning. That crash resulted in minor injuries. Kent County deputies tell us that cars have been sliding into ditches, guardrails, and of course other cars all morning long. Some of their words of advice: slow down, keep your distance, and stay home this New Year's Eve unless you absolutely have to leave until those conditions improve. Now, Teresa, we also have been speaking with the Kent County Road Commission. They tell us that at 6 o'clock this morning, there are now 80 crews on the roads here in Kent County, making sure that those roads are plowed and clear, doing their best to keep up with this weather as it moves through. Their message to drivers, very similar to police: be sure to slow down, give yourself ample time if you do have to leave the house this morning. We're going to continue to follow these road conditions as the morning progresses. In the newsroom this morning, Justin Kolar, News 8.
Don't forget about odd-even parking. That enforcement period started in November and runs through April 1st, but hasn't been so much of an issue since we haven't had that snow. But tonight, before you go to bed, you're going to want to make sure to think ahead and park on the side of the street with the odd number addresses, since tomorrow's an odd-numbered date. You'll park on the even side for even-numbered dates. This is so street sweepers and snowplows can get through.